2. Not quite. It's cold in here. 2. All rise and call me to order and say pledge.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Are you ready, John?
Yeah, he's wearing shorts, you're wearing a jacket,
Rod.
and I'm warm. Here.
Nicole.
Here.
Dave.
Here.
Carolyn.
Here.
Steph.
Here. Clerk's report.
Let's see, I received a notice of underpayment from the IRS for the period ended March 31st, 2022. So that's a check in the packet here to the U.S. Treasury that is directed by that. It's like $25 or something like that.
Did we get any from the state? Yeah.
No.
On that one?
No.
Wonder if they both got this.
And then, no, so it was payment, it was just, there was a discrepancy on what they said that we owed and what we actually
okay.
paid. So that rectifies that. You'll also notice that there's a number of voided checks in there. Most of them are results of payrolls where the check date was automatically put to be in 2025, and I didn't catch it until I printed the checks, and I said, oh crap. So then I had to void them, and then redo the payroll, so it took me
A little bit.
twice as long. I ran into some problems with this on Saturday, but I got it all figured out, and got the checks printed. And then there was one that was a tax refund for 25. So I voided that. I accidentally wrote it and then talked to Donna. That should be in 25, so we're going to do that one in 25, so it'll be on the next meetings.
Okay. That was it for correspondence?
Oh, one more thing. So I received a Facebook message today saying that the end of Chase Road by Abe Lincoln Ave is nothing but mud. Whoever was grading this fall removed the base. It would be nice if it was addressed. Be even better if decent gravel was on our roads.
Okay.
Jason, what?
Chase and Abe Lincoln.
Anything else?
No, that's it for the first report.
Okay, checks to approve. For Earth, is that the total payment, John, for everything?
Yeah, so there's 2 payments in there. Let's see, I can tell you what the exact amounts were.
One is for $653.
No, that's the total. So there's a bill for $592,823 and one for $61,049.
Okay, so this is the total amount.
Yeah, so
Okay.
that we're not keeping $10,000 for the secondary retainage. We're
I was
paying
gonna
all-
say, because according to our original letter, it's all gotta be paid in order for us to go for the reimbursement.
Yeah, so I've gotten, I reached out to the clerks. I got some resources to facilitate requesting the reimbursement, so I think that I'll be working on that as soon as I can in January after we get this paid. Then we'll have all those ducks in a row, and this is the first time I've gone through this process, so.
I think that's on task for the reimbursement.
Yeah, that sounds right. So it sounds like it's pretty straightforward, so I'm not anticipating any problems, but,
You can't put the culverts in there.
no, I mean, really, I think, I'd have to look at the stuff, but I think that this would meet, if it was a 50-50, if I recall, the total that we paid to Earth is,
Well, way
exceeds
above
the
that
double,
because
so-
we changed the scope of the grant.
yeah.
But if we can't put the culverts in because we had one of those at 50-50, so we already got money back, so we can't unfortunately double dip.
Yeah, so I think that that'll be fine. I'll keep you guys updated as that process goes along.
So what were we gonna do with the shoulders and just eat it?
Well, according to the certification from the engineer, it's all where it's supposed to be. From what they had started with and what we got, that's it.
Are they going to come and pick up like
That
in the
black
ditch?
stuff?
Yeah,
They will, but it won't be until the
Next
summer.
yeah,
We gotta get the grass is gotta grow in.
yeah.
They were hoping they were gonna be able to get out of there this fall, but the grass just never came.
Yeah. So then-
My only concern, I guess, is the shoulder, they didn't compact it properly, so then we're gonna have to go back and, we're gonna be doing shoulder work on that probably next summer.
Very possible, but according to the engineer, they went through it and they gave us our letter of certification. It's done according to state statute or state standards, so that's what we gotta go by.
We need to put in the notes then, and if we do any more roads like that, we look at what, if there's nothing in there about the compacting of the shoulder, there needs to be something in our bids then with
Have they
compacting
fallen
the
out
shoulder.
yet?
What?
Have they fallen down yet?
Have what fallen down?
Their shoulders? Have they went anywhere?
They're sinking in when people drive on it. You can't drive on it.
Yeah,
I mean, you cannot, but you put a tire on it and it goes down.
but I think it was supposed to go from what? From like 2 to 3 feet? And that first foot of blacktop is considered part of the shoulder.
There's no foot between the white and the shoulder.
Well, whatever it is, that is considered, that edging there is supposed to be part of the shoulder.
So in other words, we've got a 24-foot blacktop surface.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So do we even bother to reach out to Earth to say, hey, in spring, can you take a look at our shoulders? Make
I already
sure?
talked to him,
Oh, okay, then we're covered, right?
yeah.
Oh,
I mean, if we screwed up in our engineering of the plans or whatever, for not talking about some compaction of
Well, I
the
think that
shoulder,
they did
then
go
in the
through
future, we need to.
compact.
They can't because the compactor's 3 feet wide and you can't, when you've only got 2 feet of gravel.
You need to
can't-
come back and do it.
They
what you're
need to
saying.
come back and address that, yes. And they may have to add more gravel by
Yeah.
then,
Well, that'll just fall in the ditch.
yeah. Yeah,
Is there
well,
what, 6-foot ditches there?
Well, we were already talking
I
some of the
think
spots
so.
next to the road where the tires have gone in. There's that, it's that level with the blacktop at the bottom of the
Should be
blacktop.
froze now, or gonna.
Right, it's froze now, but in spring it'll be back to what we had problems with this fall.
we
Yeah.
should, do we want to consider putting out signs saying no parking on shoulders? Because there's people that park there.
Where are you gonna put the signs into? There's nothing there to put it into, really. You have to kind of pick and choose where you wanna put those
Because I
signs.
know the,
I mean, the ditches are that deep.
right,
I'm
I
saying.
know. I just know hunters park there. I'm assuming they're hunters, I guess.
Well,
maybe.
either they're hunters or there's people on their cell phones. I mean, it's a combination.
Mhm.
It's just in spring, we're gonna have to recompact, or try to figure out how to compact it.
I did talk to Dan when he
And put
was
some more
over,
material in it.
so he said we can look at it in spring,
Yeah.
and I figured he would.
So it's about $1.2 million that we get a Christmas gift.
On that, that's my house, I didn't.
No, not even a basket of chips. Or-
Well, we really can't accept anything over
I
$15
understand, but-
anyway, so why bother?
There's been other times where we expend a lot of money on
Mhm.
Christmas card. Did you get any correspondence for Christmas?
Oh, yeah, so we received a Christmas card from
Holiday card.
Lee Taroni, the attorney, and then,
Did he send anything? No?
just a Christmas card.
no,
And then,
just a card?
Yeah.
Cheap.
There was another one, Quick Print, I think, also gave us.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
that
nice.
was nice, yes.
So I move to approve checks 20432 through 20499, and then also 241201 through 241204.
John, does that put us up to date completely on, our payroll taxes?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll second that.
So I got a question. So have we determined what we're charging, what everybody's charging for?
What are you talking about?
On our time sheets.
On the
Well,
time sheet, have we addressed that as a board?
yeah, we did, whatever meetings you go to, whatever meetings you have,
But then what is the salary for?
to be there so that you can take the phone calls.
And that's what I do. But
And
I
so
don't
do
charge-
I.
Don't charge for all meetings that I go to, or.
I don't either.
I understand.
They're supposed to be, you're supposed to only charge for, we've gone over this before. We're only supposed to charge for posted, having agendas for meetings, to charge for. And so, like, the Wisconsin Towns Association meetings, which you're supposed to be a member of, you can charge for those because they send out their agendas.
Where's the documentation for that?
We had it, I gave it to you some time back, from the Towns Association, yes, I did, and because I questioned something. And so, you know, our meetings, you're not getting paid just to sit and wait for the phone call to go to do something.
We know that, Carol.
Yeah, and so, I mean, it is our job, like, I don't know what all you had on yours. Dave, did you, when you went to find out about the truck and a new truck and what have you, did you charge for that?
No.
Well, it wasn't an agenda item, so it shouldn't have been. That's part of what our jobs are about.
Right.
So,
Or I think
Yeah.
when the correspondence I had got, that I distributed to those, and when John, I gave that to you, I got all that stuff from you for the grant program for Galvin, Stod, Greg. I didn't charge for any of that.
I didn't charge for any of the stuff I got for them either for the grant.
Just a point of clarification.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know if I have a second.
I did,
fine.
I
Oh, you
said,
did? Okay.
So all in
That's all
favor
we gotta
say
do
aye.
discussion. Otherwise it'd be like,
Okay. All in favor say aye.
I,
Opposed?
No.
Motion carried. All right, next item. Budget actual. Is that-
Yeah, so, let's see, if you look on
I think we're
page,
gonna be covering a couple things.
yeah, there's two holes that need to be filled. Line item, it's, on page 3, in the middle there, it says total 51000 general government. You'll see that the remaining, on the right side, is negative 1341.29.
Mhm.
So we'll need to fill that hole. It's probably, I mean, you know, what's the cause of it? You know, that's debatable. You could say, buildings and grounds wages, that's over budget by 3,600, or also insurance is also over budget by about $2,000.
So
So,
page you on, John?
Page
3 of
page-
6?
3 of 6, yeah, right in the middle there. Total 51,000 general government.
It's right in the middle of the page.
I'll see if I can make myself a reminder to set this up to print with the rows like we did with the budget, to see if that makes stuff easier. So that one needs to be filled. And then on page 5, about 2/3 of the way down, total 53000 public works is over budget by 145,630 and 66 cents.
That's for our road.
Yeah, so you can, we could just increase, my suggestion would be to increase, for this one, up just a little bit, 53315, highway, ST, construct local.
Mhm.
Just increase that budget by 145,630 and 66 cents.
To get it to zero.
Yeah, so that one then would be, at 0. For the general government, I would just, pick one, either insurance, the 51938, or the buildings and grounds, 51620, and just add in 1341.29. And then for the revenue, I would suggest just adding it from the fund balance, so applying some of the fund balance. And that's located at Page 2, about a third of the way down, number 49210, transfer from general fund. So that's where I've been pooling that
Okay.
so far. So you would just add in, 1341.
What number did you say, John?
For the revenue is fund, or the number is 49210. And the total dollar amount to increase that would be 146,971.95.
Say that again?
146,971.95.
Thank you.
And then we would be,
And that would have to kind of come out of our, maintenance for roads, basically, that we have put away.
So it's coming out of, basically leftover money, like money that we left over from last year, you know, like I don't remember what we
Road
ended,
maintenance.
yeah, so I mean, it's just, from that pot of money.
And then that would take care of the other two that were over on, is what you're saying.
Yeah,
Which we knew that was coming.
yep.
So which account do we want to take that out of? The $200,000 one or the $300,000 one?
The $200,000 one, the old ARPA one,
Yeah, okay,
because my recommendation is going to be to eliminate that one completely.
and put it into the other.
Yeah, Don and I worked on a consolidation plan for the bank accounts, to have it just be the main tax savings, park, fire, and then fund balance is what we're gonna call it.
Okay. Well, that should be road maintenance fund, is what it should be, because we always put it into the road maintenance.
We just didn't title it in a particular yet, because there was no board direction to call it something.
Well, where they're at right now is road maintenance.
Not on our things. So, we have highway fund,
Okay,
it's called highway fund.
yeah,
Fire department restricted, that's going away. That's not like
yeah.
and parks.
Okay, so we need a motion.
Motion to approve the budget to actual with the corrections noted by the clerk to the line items we talked about.
Got that?
I second.
Any
Even though I
discussion?
don't have them all written down, but they
We were
were
only three. Not a big deal. So the total amount to be transferred would be $146,971.95.
Yeah.
Okay,
And how much do we have in that account now?
a little 200,000 some.
234,319
And change was the balance at the end of November.
at the end of November, so that will,
We'll have interest got coming on there.
yeah, so I would suggest that we make the transfer, the consolidation of those ones, like January 2nd. So
Yeah.
then all
Yeah.
the interest will post, we don't have any
Yeah.
goofy stuff.
That makes sense.
And then Donna can just go in there and close that, ARPA account,
Right.
close it all the
We'll
way out.
close it all together. It'll still be a money market, because we'll do it into one, and that's a money market as well.
Yeah, so we looked all three of those accounts that we're talking about, the tax savings, the money market 1 and money market 2, so ARPA and highway fund. All three of those were the last, as of November, earning 4% interest. So, you know, that might go down, you know, as rates go down and stuff, but.
Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. All right, next item, approve the budget for 2025. John, on page 5 of 6, we got employee retirement. I think we had decided to put that up into the wages. And it's on line 200.
Okay.
202, you mean?
Yeah, 202, put it
Yeah.
up into line 200.
Yeah.
Lori, did you come with any changes?
I did not, I don't have any room to budge on this.
Oh, I know there was another one, for the grader. We only got 5,000 in there. We need to up that. I got a price from Jeff Martins to fix the oil leaks, and it came in at $2,840 approximately. He said it could go either way. But we need to add that and the tires on there.
Are we leaving your salary at 5,000?
Well, the board hasn't even approved that yet.
Okay.
So that should actually be put back to 3,000 until the board approves it.
Which one?
For chief's salary, she was asking about.
On page 3. 126.
But the grader, I think if we put that up to, I'm thinking 15,000, that should cover the tires and the oil leaks. And give it a little cushion, because they're gonna have to address the hydraulics yet too, am I correct, Kurt? Yeah.
So you're making the grader 15?
Yeah.
And the purchase of the new truck was under,
That was under
Capital
capital
outlay.
improvement, yeah.
oh, okay. And the employee wages for buildings and grounds are not under parks. They are under a different area, correct?
They're under the highway department, aren't they?
Okay.
You got 7,500 in there.
I just wanna make sure,
That's on page 3,
yeah.
about halfway up.
What about it?
Is that
7,500?
gonna be enough for you? Speak now.
We'll have to keep, just for buildings, yeah, I think that might be right,
Should be good for
yeah,
this side of the road.
yeah.
Laura, you got enough built into your, for buildings and grounds, mowing and all that good stuff?
For the dirt that we would need in the backfield here in
Mhm.
spring, that would be under what category?
I don't know what page are you looking at?
I would think it'd be under parks, right? Would it just be under expenses?
Should be,
Okay, yeah, then I think I'm okay there.
Where is it?
what page are you looking at?
6, page 6,
6?
yeah,
Mhm.
7,500 in there.
That should take care of it, shouldn't it?
Mhm.
But what you gotta keep in mind is, your electrical coming out of there.
Electrical's under utilities, isn't it?
No, I'm talking about your repairs, your fans and stuff you just put in.
Oh, yeah,
So that'll be coming out of next month.
right.
So do you need to up that?
Mm,
How much was that? 2,000 something?
yeah,
No, it's rentals coming
Yeah, I have a lot of rentals coming in.
Well,
Yeah,
that doesn't help you on the
I
budget.
know, I know. 'Cause we have the dirt that's coming up, we have the tree removal that's gonna be happening in the
You
spring.
got the electrical to pay for.
Mhm.
You wanna up that to 10?
Yeah, I think that might be, yeah. Can we up that to 10, John? It's row 225. And then, so I'm getting a quote for the lights in the garage. They came into that today.
Mhm.
That would come out of 2025 as well, but that wouldn't be under parks, that would be in the garage, correct? General
Yeah,
building
there's
and
buildings and
grounds.
grounds there.
Do you have, that would be under, where would that be? Like, there's a town hall, general building grounds, other? Like, what is the garage? Like, is there a garage? I looked at this, but I don't see a garage.
195, page 5.
6,500.
And I don't have a quote for, I don't know how much those lights are gonna cost.
Oh, we don't know how much lights are gonna cost, and we also have a leaking tank back there that's full of water that we haven't used any water. So we're gonna have to get that fixed or address it. We also have exhaust leaking from the furnace in the way back room, so. We also need some seals put around the doors.
Do we up that to 12?
Probably wouldn't hurt.
Okay.
The lights are gonna be probably expensive.
Yeah, and he said that, credits from the Focus of Energy,
Mhm.
they haven't come out yet. So he said, he strongly suggested to wait to do anything with the lights until we get that.
Okay,
But he'll work on an estimate, but he said it doesn't make sense to
do it ahead of time.
do it ahead of time until
Yeah.
we know what our credit could be.
But we'll have to get a hold of Stevie to fix that exhaust. And it shouldn't be a lot, should it, Kurt?
It's just rusted out by the T, and they probably need a T and a couple clamps to fix it.
Yeah, and then some
But
seals
it's
around the
exhausting
doors.
inside
because
right
they're-
now, it's not going outside.
Yeah. We'll have carbon monoxide poisoning in there soon.
Yeah, that wouldn't be good.
No.
So are you gonna call Steenie, or did you want me to call Steenie, or how do you wanna do that?
I don't know, let me call my head.
Okay, I'll let you.
Okay, thanks.
The garage is your baby.
Can I go back to the chief's salary here for the fire department?
Mhm.
What did you say about that?
I said board hasn't approved that yet,
Hasn't approved what?
a raise for the chief,
So, why wasn't it?
because it hasn't been brought up to the board yet to approve
Is
that.
that, oh. Well, I
It's
thought
gotta
it
be in
was, I
there.
thought it had been brought up earlier.
No,
Is
she
that
brought
not-
it through on the budget, but it hasn't been brought up at board meetings,
Oh,
so that hasn't been approved yet. It can be adjusted down the road, but it has not been approved
okay,
at this
so,
point.
well, then we'll talk about that. But, okay.
Any other ones? Did you get all those changes, John?
Yeah, so unfortunately, you guys need to either decrease expenses by $16,000 or increase revenue by $16,000, because you did a lot of increasing and not an equal amount of decreasing on.
Well, that would come out of the highway.
Okay,
That's where, always did it before, it would have to come out of there.
okay. So, let me read this out to you all first.
Because that's when we always backed into, remember?
Okay, so I've got, consolidate line 53, 1103, number 202 into line 53, 1101 wages, number 199. So that was the first thing. There's no plus or minus, it's just moving that
Right.
from one to another.
Yeah.
And then I've got increased line item 53, 24010. That's the grader,
Yeah,
by $10,000 to be $15,000.
right,
Decrease 52, 210-01, which is the fire chief salary. Decrease that by $2,000 to be $3,000.
mhm,
Increase line item 55, 200-05, which is the parks expense, 225.
okay,
Increase that by $2,500, for the new total to be $10,000. Decrease line item 53,270, which is 195, buildings and grounds. Increase that by $5,500 to be $12,000 as the new total. And then finally, decrease 53315. Let's see, that is page 6, number 215. Decrease that by $16,000. The new total is going to be 462,210.05.
you want to repeat that for me?
462,210.05. So I would have the motion to be approve the budget with the following edits, and then I list those up.
We need a motion.
As long as we can get a copy somewhere along the line
Sure.
of all of this.
Second.
You need a motion. Carolyn?
Didn't she?
Yes,
Oh, that's what I thought.
I can do that.
I did too.
I just heard as long as we get a copy of all of this. So, all in favor, say aye.
I,
Opposed? Motion carries.
Can you do the last one up? I have to go over there.
oh,
Last
you're
one.
transfer.
Transfers?
Yeah, the only transfer, is that okay if you move it up?
Do you want me to make a motion?
Sure.
Can we move, or, I'd like to move to shift the year-end transfers under approved 2025 budget.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Okay,
Motion
the
carries.
only, other than the main stuff that we'll talk about in a minute, the only other one we have left is parks for the monies. And from what we took in for this year, nothing for next year, obviously, we had made 3 transfers already, so we still need to transfer 900 plus the donation, right? There was one person that left the donation, and I picked up one in December. So one came in, monies came in for one in December, so $1,100 would need to be transferred.
And that is for the park.
Parks, yep. I mean, I'm not sure why if we need money, but
Oh, wasn't there 2 bills that came in late, 2 for Fall Fest and for fundraiser?
Shouldn't have been,
I think they were on our,
shouldn't have been.
well, they just got paid recently, we're over on those.
they weren't, I don't know.
They weren't much, a couple $100, but I think they need to come out of Fall Fest fund.
For what? Because I don't recall any of those bills coming in recently.
Okay, Fall Fest, $129.52, and then your fundraiser expense of $42.23. Those should come out of Fall
Do you know
Fest
what they were
fund.
for?
What were they
What
for?
one is for Fall Fest, for food, right? Festival foods or
I
something?
would guess so, yeah.
Is it in the checks list or?
That would have been last month's checklists. Okay, we look
That
over.
was probably for our Black Friday in November that we did.
Could be, but
And that got paid out of should have got,
I'm just saying, it shows that they're both over, so those should be transferred.
If that's.
can we hold off on the transfer until I can go back and figure out?
It's only
what they're
200,
for?
we can.
It's only 100, not even, 130, yeah, about $175, that's the total of it.
John, can you pull up what that's for? Specifically
Yeah, so
what it's
the
for?
festival food one is that one, if you recall, remember where you said that it was a bill that you didn't owe, like there was no charge, and then you had to go back to Festival Foods and talk with them and this and that and the other thing?
I didn't get an invoice for that, and I didn't get confirmation on anything.
Okay, so I have an email chain from you and me.
Yep, you and I
where-
had an
where-
email chain, but I didn't get anything from Festival saying that we owed any more on that bill.
Right, so there was a miscommunication on the bill, on the statement. I must have misread it, that there was, I took it as a refund, but it was payment applied. So there was $129.52 left unpaid from the $616.64.
And why didn't I get notification of that?
Uh,
Because I don't have that on my side in my books.
Well, you will.
You had the bill. I mean, your book should say that you already paid the $129.52.
Like I said, I'll have to go back and recheck, because I haven't been over that one. So
It's not saying that it wasn't paid, it's saying that it's over on your budget. So it would have to come out of the
So
fall
he, in
fest
other
account.
words, he charged it there, but he charged it for Fall Fest.
Right,
Yeah, because it was a Fall Fest charge.
yeah.
You'll have to then verify.
I have to verify it before any money gets transferred out of that account. I need to backtrack this and verify it before it gets transferred.
I'm
What's
just
the one
saying,
for
it's-
42?
What?
129.52 and 42.23. Those are
42.
the two amounts.
Can you forward me all that, John, so I can verify it?
I just looking to see what it
Yeah.
was on the $42 and change, you said?
There's nothing on the list for
22.23.
Festival Foods.
It's on page 4
Yeah,
in the budget.
I'm just
part.
looking at the bills paid last
Oh,
month.
okay.
If it got on that one, then it was, I don't know when it was, because it's 40.
Might have been the month before.
Okay, I only had last month's with me,
Yeah,
so we'll have to look and see what it was. We can backtrack.
yeah.
If
So if that needs to be
that's
transferred.
the end of the transfer.
42.64.
I don't see anything for 42 last month.
And they're both for festival?
I don't know if they were both for festival or not.
Yeah, so there was an $88.88 bill to Festival and $109.19 from Festival.
That was also full.
So but I don't know,
You don't know when those bills are from?
I do. They were paid in November.
So one of them was probably a Festival Foods bill for our brat fry. And I don't know what the other one is. I have no idea what that one is.
Yeah, because this one says fundraising expense for the 42.23.
Yeah.
And the other one is Fall Fest expense for the 129.52.
That's been charged, I'll have to look.
Yeah,
I have to backtrack that one and figure that out.
okay, make a note of that, John.
Sure. Both of them have, both of the receipts in November say brat fry on them, so.
Then that's
The
what they're both for. They should-
129.52 also.
No, that one was,
Fall
like I
Fest.
said, that one is, it took me weeks to figure that one out because.
Because that was back in October when I was down with COVID, because I remember you and I having that whole email string about that one, John, and I called Festival down in Alaska, I called Festival here. And I never did get a final from Festival as to what was going on with the bill. So they must have just sent it to John saying this is what is left owed on it.
Yeah,
Yeah, they said, you still owe this much money, and I said, but I'm pretty
But
sure
I
that I don't.
But I don't have a copy of anything outside of our email string. I don't have an official from Festival saying what we have left on
you
it.
can get it to her.
Well, yeah, I mean, you have the receipts. The one receipt that you said that was not valid was actually valid. I paid a net amount, which was $129.52 less than the $606 that was actually owed, which you have. Therefore, I need to give them another $129.
Correct, and I didn't get anything back from festival on my end saying that
Right,
they.
what I'm saying is that you have, the bill in question was for $606 and some change. You said that that's not our bill.
Right, and I didn't enter it in our books on our side, because at that point, it was not our bill. And when I was talking to festival, got them talking to them, I had no clarification saying that any of that was our bill.
But I got clarification from you saying that it was, because that's why I paid the net amount.
Just send the email string to me and the receipts, and I'll dig on my side to see what I have.
Well, is broad fry expenses, is that charged to Fall Fest?
No, it's not.
Okay, so it wouldn't be a transfer, you just need to get it square. If it's not, if you don't normally charge
But
it,
then that should come out of the broad fire
It
expenses.
usually does.
Yeah, so that would have to be transferred back to the checking account or
There's
whatever.
no, how the Black Friday expenses don't come out of Fall Festival.
yeah,
That's
I
totally
think
different.
you got somebody for taxes back.
okay. Well, that way-
Okay, what else,
Just
what
gotta
else
wait
you
for a
got?
minute. That's all I have for transfers, except at the end of the year, the big ones that we're talking about. So right now, yours is 1,100, for,
Okay.
I need a motion for that one.
Move to approve 1,100 to the park savings account.
Second.
Second. All in favor, say aye.
All right.
Opposed?
Okay,
And she'll be back?
and what?
You'll be back?
No, probably not.
Oh. John's got all the transfers, okay.
He's got the transfers, and
All right.
we've already talked about all that.
Because you got people waiting over there, right?
Yeah.
Not until 3.
She's just early.
Oh, whatever it is, we'll get to it. All right, let's do the blue CSM then. That's where we're at, am I correct, John?
Yep. Oh, sorry, WS John, I answered for him.
New name?
Sorry.
All
Yeah.
right, Dorothy.
Okay, the map that you have in your packet is wrong. And I do have the correct one here. I did talk to Tim and I did talk to the county this morning. So I did bring my copy, John. The
She's
one
got
that has
the
the stamp
correct
on
one.
it is the one that you need.
Okay.
That's the correct one. Because the footage was less than what they had said originally.
And
So we passed it at the planning commission level.
compare it to what we've got.
The footage was less on a lot line? Or
Yes,
Yeah. it was.
because it had been made wrong.
It was
If
lot
you look
one.
at the stamp, you'll see where he makes a note of it.
Lot one is actually 2.190.
Oh, oh,
2.190
And
on lot one.
Lot two did you?
No, lot two is still 2.002.
so what you're saying is that the survey map by Breland, the first one was incorrect.
That's right.
Good,
He was
what's
very
the
polite on the phone today.
So this,
paperwork that we have to
this
sign?
map
for this,
originally came from
We
Beerland.
just do this one.
Yeah.
That's
Oh, yeah,
the
they're
only
both-
thing
they're
I
all-
have. I don't
always
have an
originated
actual-
by the
we used to make
state.
something illegal one.
They probably will
Is
eventually.
he the only
but
surveyor in
I
the
think
area?
We'll sign this for now.
Pardon?
Yeah.
Is he the only surveyor in the area?
No.
Oh, no, it's just everybody has flocked to him from word of mouth. I've
Yeah.
been trying to change that, but
I was gonna say, I don't think
there's a
I
lot of
would-
mistakes.
Yeah.
It's constant.
Is
Anyway, we
Is
did
it
a motion.
Breland or his son?
It really,
No, it's Tim. Tim's
It's
name's
him.
on it.
yeah,
Because his son is in on this too, right?
Justin.
Yeah. But,
because I called and I actually talked to Dustin and asked him about it, and he says, my dad did that, and he's off for the day, so I'll have him get back to you.
So how did they find out this was
Justin
wrong?
and Justin.
Like,
That's
this map
when it went up to the
I
county,
think it's Dustin.
and the county has, we have a county surveyor also.
oh,
And that's when, if the numbers don't jive, then it goes back to the surveyor. Corrected before it comes back in front of the county and the plan commission and everybody again.
Well, see, Tim actually sent me paperwork, wanted me to just sign it and send it back. Well, we don't do it that way.
Right.
And,
and he knows this, like, this isn't,
Yeah,
That's
his
Tim.
rodeo.
It's not as.
Tim has done it, he's always tried to take the shortcuts, it's always been that way.
He's
And
That
he
way-
said, well, if I just send you the paperwork, can you just sign it? And I said, hell no, you know better than that. So, that's why we're going back and forth. So,
Okay.
anyway, I need a motion to approve the new approved model.
Does
So
Dorothy
moved.
have any concerns with, oh, sorry.
A second it.
No,
Okay.
plan commission, we, after, we got the correct numbers,
Then they were fine
and
with it.
Okay.
one of our commissioners pointed out the fact that, the one's got a legal stamp on, and the other one didn't.
Okay. That's all
All
I
in
need.
favor,
They
say
do a
aye.
good job.
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Evidently it passed. What's the date today, John? 12/30.
Did he abstain?
No, he didn't say anything.
He just didn't say anything.
Right. I mean, I can say abstain, so it's better for your paperwork.
If you want to abstain, I always just put all ayes, so I mean,
Okay,
I can
abstain.
I can change that to be
Because I thought you
motion
had
carried by
abstained from that
voice vote.
before.
I did.
Yeah. Okay, next one on the list is Dave Bukowski,
The rezone, huh?
rezone. Dorothy, anything?
It's going from rural residential to commercial. It's gonna be an office. The only concern that anybody brought up was the fact it being on 97, but it's gonna be low impact traffic.
That's gonna be done by,
Corner 97 and Galvin.
yeah,
Dave's here.
Yeah.
yeah, he's sitting right there.
So what are we doing?
It's
Doing
going
rezone, rural
from rural
residential to
residential to
commercial.
commercial. It's gonna be an office. And that fits in with our comprehensive plan because of the,
Area where it's
yeah,
at.
CDA
So
for,
you purchased the property on 97.
Cindy Petrie's, right on the, directly on the corner, Cindy Petrie's house.
Okay.
Yep.
So,
Oh,
oh yeah. They just vacated that, right? The people there not too long ago.
Cindy Petrie's mom had passed away, they have a disabled sister to take care of, so Cindy, her sister Linda, are taking care of the sister, but they have a single level ranch. She said she was never gonna sell it, as it turned out, life happened and she did, and we won it. October 8th.
that's the one that's like literally, like, right on the corner.
Yeah,
Pretty close.
yeah.
Okay.
Isn't there an issue with the driveway or something there too that was discussed, Dave? Dorothy?
well, like I said, we talked about, impact of, because it's close to that intersection.
Uh-huh,
But low
There should
impact,
be.
he talked about making a circular turnaround inside, so
okay,
you never back out on the road.
okay.
I also informed the neighboring properties too, so.
So it doesn't impact anything but himself.
So at the point in time at which it goes to the county, the adjacent property owners are notified?
It'll be commercial when it goes to the county. And they've already talked about it.
So the adjacent property owners have been notified or not?
Well, I'm sure they
The
will.
county that takes
Public
care of
hearing.
that.
Pardon me?
The county will take care of that.
Right, they'll do
They
the
send
public
out the
hearing up
notice,
there.
okay,
Yeah.
just for clarification.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's the same, I mean, he owns the property around it, but anybody
Right.
within
Yeah.
300,
Understood.
yeah.
So
Like
we
I
need a
said, with the
motion
plan
to-
commission, our idea was to do the residential commercial law, that corridor.
need a motion?
Move to approve.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
You heard me now?
Pardon?
You heard me now?
Yeah, I heard you now. Yep. Okay, culverts at the town dump, is that the one that Dean wants?
Yes.
And what do we want to do with them?
Pat said in the past, what we've done is if the individual wants the culverts, they get the culverts, but they have to do
The work?
removal of the culverts
Mm-hmm.
with,
Okay.
when one of us are there. Somebody's there from the
Yeah.
township.
But it's at your convenience, not theirs.
The convenience needs to be worked out, yes.
Okay.
And we're just giving it to them?
Yes.
Yeah,
Because
If
it's-
we have to do the loading on a trailer, then we've got to figure out what we want for
Yeah, and they
that.
can load their
But
own.
as long as they can load their own,
Yeah.
then,
Okay, so we need a motion to approve giving Dean the culverts.
yes.
Okay.
Where's the town dump?
So these are culverts that people are
These
just
are
dumping
culverts.
over there?
No, no,
Cement
these are
culverts.
concrete cement culverts that we took out like during the flood And
They're
different
junk.
road projects, they're just
They're
sitting back there.
They're not
And
useful for us anymore.
Right, because we usually don't dump in the old concrete ones, we do either newer ones,
Right.
styles, where they got different locks, to lock them together, or we do the plastics, or we do the steels.
So it's just a matter of getting rid of junk.
Yes, basically.
No problem.
No problem.
Do you want the motion to be old culverts are available to residents at the town dump at no cost?
Yeah, I'd rather have that way if somebody else
Because
can
then it's
ask, or if
blanket
he
and
asks for a
Yeah.
couple more later or whatever, then.
Yeah. Does anybody else that comes forward, if they wanna bring a tractor in or whatever, and let us know, and we can have them.
Oh, I'll put it on a they must load, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but we got a motion and a second, so all in favor say aye.
I missed two motions in second, sorry.
Dave made the motion, I believe. Nicole, didn't you second it, or, yeah?
I did.
Oh, you did now.
Oh, okay.
I thought you did.
I don't think so.
Oh, that was on the last one. I have
The
splits
last
and fourths on the
one,
last
okay,
one.
well, if you, I can second it for this one if you want.
But I'm fine with it.
Either way.
Somebody needs to second it.
I'll second it,
I'll put it
Okay.
okay.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried. Okay, year-end transfers, what do you got, John?
Yeah, so, so Donna has started putting money into the tax savings account. Prior to her beginning to put money in there was $492,371.35 in there.
Okay, say that number again.
So read again.
492,371.35.
Okay.
And so, money market one, so money market one will be ARPA. That was the first one. And then money market two is the new one that we started last year. That's the highway fund on the bank rec. So we've already moved some money from money market one.
Into the budget, our checking account, I should say, so that we can cover our checks.
No, so, shoot. So that was just for the budget, right?
Yeah,
Okay. So, right now, money market one has, so it gets a bit confusing because when we're talking about budget and stuff, that's one
That's
thing.
different
And then
than-
the
yeah.
bank is actual cash, and so it
Yeah.
it gets a little bit confusing and it's easy to get that stuff completed. So right now, money market one has $234,319.15 in it.
okay. That was the ARPA originally, right?
Yeah, ARPA plus all, it's been earning interest for a while.
Yeah.
That interest is ours, we cleared that stuff out, we reported it as all spent, all the federal funds got spent in April. So, and that was like 220 and some change.
Mhm.
And I've got all that documented, so if the feds ever come and said, hey,
I think you only got to keep it for 10 years.
we're good to go there. We have $683,000 in bills that we approved today. And there is, I'm logging out, $100,000 in the main checking. I guess long story short, I think that it would be wise to move the 492 from the tax savings and the 234 from money market one, move that all into the main checking account to ensure that we have enough to pay all these bills. And then at the January meeting, we would have a better picture of what's in there at the end of December, because we don't know what the actual end of month.
With the interest and
Yeah,
everything else that's
right.
coming in.
So, and then in January, we would Donna reminded me that we get shared revenue or GTA right away on January 2nd. So there's gonna be tens of thousands of dollars extra in there. So then in January, we'd probably make another motion to transfer money out of that and into money market two, the highway fund.
So we need a motion to table the year-end transfers.
I'll make that motion.
And we need a second. And all in favor say aye.
Aye.
There, how's that?
Sounds good.
Then we'll take care of it in January. And then we need a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We're done. And I need some checks.
Oh, yeah, I gotta go over it.
So,
I'm gonna sign this one first.
Debbie,
What's this one for?
That's the
Across the
rezone.
Oh, you just pass it down?
Yeah. And then here's all of the checks, including, the payroll.
All
this
right,
week's
everybody
payroll.
needs to sign this, so don't take off.
hey Debbie,
Hey,
for the focus on energy reasons, can I fill it out, or is that something you would have to fill out?
Let me know.
You should be able to tell that.
I didn't know, I wasn't sure, because you had signed the contract, so I wasn't sure if that made a difference or not.
For the rebates?
Yeah.
When you get that, you know I should sign it.
Okay, great, he's gonna be calling me,
Yeah,
so.
not a big deal. If they haven't it out yet.
So we don't have an invoice from them yet, and that's what we need.
Yeah.
Just take your, what is it, turn them on?
Yeah, everybody does. Rod?
Right, don't run away.
I appreciate you
I got
putting it
it.
on here.
Did we get
No,
something?
put it on the board.
I
So,
can.
is that guy that owns the Cybertruck?
Yes,
I thought so, because I was looking at the property, I'm like, I've seen him flow.
yeah, he's the one who's got the Cybertruck.
Did he bring it?
No, it's a Tesla. His name on that.
Does it?
Back up.
I didn't know he drove all these
Yeah.
electric vehicles. Yeah.
No idea.
You know what they, I think it was Fisher trucks, and I was wondering if I'm gonna make one electric.
We are talking about it.
Yeah, okay, sounds good.
Greenwood? Or not, Penwood. I think they bought an electric truck.
Yeah,
So I was gonna ask him how much it was. Just gonna ask him, because that's just gonna ask him, well, just out of curiosity.
What do you think?
Oh, it's gonna work real well. Yeah, exactly. I just have to see that. That's here, I'm not gonna continue on like this.
I
Well,
always took his
it's,
and dumped it in mine,
it's gonna feel.
and then I had another
Or is
stuff.
that
The problem is the stuff's back to be.
Yeah, so,
The other way we get
but
around
that
it is
whole
freaking
increase was not from
tarps
revenue.
are.
Alright, so
Yeah. If you look, if you have your tax statement, in the middle it says Marshall referendum, and then it says a dollar amount, how much was for the referendum, and it, when it's up, I think it's 2042
Oh, I leave my water down.
or something
Yeah,
like that.
even me back in the box.
45. So it says in the middle how much.
You know, it's still 45 off the
You
back.
can be long gone. Well, 45, well, let's see. Well, how old are you now?
He's trying to buy the.
Oh,
So, oh, you might still be around.
so this is at State's.
Well, that was cruiser and stuff on that.
Yeah, yeah, I had a board meeting here, and I was just.
It's just playing around.